What is going on, you guys? It is Justin back here with another video, and today we are going to be going over some of the stuff they announced at San Diego Comic-Con yesterday for the Marvel booth. Starting off, they announced that we are going to have the Thunderbolts on April 30th, 2025, then continuing on with the Fantastic Four First Steps on July 5th, 2025. Then in fall of 2025, we are getting Blade. And in May of 2026, we are getting Avengers Doomsday. And then in May of 2027, we are getting Avengers Secret Wars. Okay, you guys, so starting off first with the Thunderbolts. They are a team, basically the Suicide Squad of Marvel. I have some stuff right here. It says the plot of the movie is the plot of the Thunderbolts. Yelena, U.S. Agent, Ghost, and Taskmaster are sent by Val to kill someone in a vault. They realize they've been set up and were meant to die on this mission, so they team up against her to take their boss down. Now, if you guys don't know who the Thunderbolts are, here's this. It says, the Thunderbolts are an anti-hero team appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. The team consists mostly of reformed supervillains, and it was created by Kurt Busiek. The team first appeared in The Incredible Hulk, number 449, January 1997. And I believe I got this information from Marvel Fandom. So yeah, that's a great website if you guys ever need to check out some stuff about your Marvel stuff. Next up, we have the Fantastic Four First Steps. Very, very excited about this movie. I remember seeing the old Fantastic Four movies when I was little. But right here it says, the story features Reed Richards, Ben Grimm, Susan Storm, Johnny Storm, and Victor Von Doom getting hit by a space storm after boarding a station. As a result of the radiation from the storm, they gain new abilities and powers that they have to deal with in their own ways. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. I've also heard different stuff about this. A guy I watch on YouTube, I'm sure you guys probably watch him too. His name is 3C Films. He said that he heard a rumor that since the movie is called The Fantastic Four First Steps, I guess there's a comic where Susan Storm and Reed Richards have a kid, and obviously the kid would most likely have superpowers. It would be them dealing with the first steps of having a baby, which would be very interesting, and plus trying to fight off Galactus and stuff like that. So yeah, that would be a very interesting story as well. Next up, we have Blade. And here it is. It says, said to begin in the 1920s, New Orleans with Blade's pregnant mother. She visits Dr. Deacon Frost for treatment, only to discover that he is a vampire preying on outcasts like her. This is soon to be followed by a time jump to 1970s New York. At this point, vampire hunters Rachel Van Helsing and Hannibal King infiltrate a vampire gathering, but are caught and nearly killed before Blade rescues them. It isn't long before their employer named Quincy Harker, along with his enforcer Taj Natel, asks Blade for help retrieving a weapon that vampires are after. He naturally declines to help them until, of course, he finds out the weapon is with Frost. And if you guys are like me and you're not really familiar with Blade and not familiar who with Frost is, I have this on Frost. It says, Deacon Deke Frost was an influential member of the vampire population of New York City, though the ruling caste of the vampire nation regarded him as a maverick, unsatisfied with pure blood's policies of maintaining treaties with humanity's governments. Frost believed that the vampire race should outright dominate the entire world and attempted to resurrect the vampiric blood god La Magra to achieve his goal. However, his plan was foiled by Blade, who killed him. So yeah, that sounds very interesting. I heard that in the new Blade movie that they're going to introduce Blade's daughter that would eventually take his role, which would actually be really, really cool. Because as we know, after these next few Marvel movies that are coming out, I heard that Marvel is planning to do a soft reboot. So we'd be recasting like Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine. You know, it'd be really cool just to see this new generation of superheroes come together. Next up, we have Avengers Doomsday. Now, this one I'm excited for because if you haven't seen yesterday, the San Diego Comic-Con, they announced that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be playing Victor Von Doom. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, how is he going to be playing Victor Von Doom? I was wondering the same thing. I wasn't too familiar with this Victor Von Doom or Iron Man, but I did some research, and it says, originally titled Avengers the Kang Dynasty, the film has been rebranded as Avengers Doomsday due to legal issues surrounding Jonathan Majors, who was sent to play Kang the Conqueror. In a surprising move, Robert Downey Jr. will return to the MCU not as Iron Man, but as the new villain, Doctor Doom. And it says, during college, Victor Von Doom tricks Tony Stark into an experiment where his mind is transferred to Tony's body while Tony's mind is transferred to Doom's body with his memory erased. Blamed for carrying out prohibited research, Tony was kicked out of college and forced to live a life of hardship as a Latvian commoner. After a first period of discouragement, Tony worked hard, reaching the achievement of more than 1 degree and the following success in the field of industry and innovations in the country of Latvia, which, with his discoveries, began to annoy the economic power of Stark Universal, led by Victor Von Doom in Tony's body. Doom then tried to end the success of Doom Industries by wearing an armor he designed to sell to the highest bidder and sabotage the main Doom Industries research center, but Tony responded by wearing the armor of his own invention designed for rescue operations. The two clashed, and Tony eventually got the better of Doom, who revealed that he was the real Doom, and that in exchange for his freedom, he would reveal the truth. But Tony replied that the name of Tony Stark in the world was associated to greed, cruelty, and lust for power, and that he was now forever Victor Von Doom, an honorable person. So yeah, that's very interesting. I don't know if that's going to be the way they make it play out in the movie, because I'm sure they're going to give some kind of a backstory to it, because, your common person that's seen Iron Man, the Avengers, the person who's not really invested into the MCU, but they see Robert Downey Jr. coming back to, the MCU, I'm sure they're going to want an explanation of, like, oh, he's back? Like, who's he going to play? So I'm sure they're going to give us some kind of a backstory on that, but I don't know if it's going to be this or not. But continuing on, Avengers Secret Wars was also announced, which this one I'm very excited for. Now, I wasn't too familiar with this comic either, but I went through and I did some research. So it says, the story sees a villain called the Beyonder send our heroes to the planet known as the Battle World, in which they are trapped and locked into seemingly an eternal battle with other villains. Now, if you guys don't know who the Beyonder is, like me, I'm learning all of this with you guys. So I went online and I looked it up, and it says, the Beyonder is an infamous member of the Beyonder race, childlike and vastly powerful. He grew up in a universe created by the other Beyonders for their young. He was not aware of other Beyonders and misinterpreted his personal universe as everything in existence. While still a child, the older Beyonders began their grand experiment where they transformed Owen Reese into the Molecule Man. This accident poked a hole into the Beyonders universe. Having observed Earth, the Beyonder started various secret wars where he created Battle World and forced many heroes and villains to fight. Later, he gave himself a human form to experience the Marvel Universe. He eventually threatened to end existence, but accidentally allowed himself to get killed, or so it seemed. His energy returned to his realm, where it had evolved into a new universe after being visited by Cubic and the Shaper of Worlds. Two sentient cosmic cubes, the Beyonder merged with Molecule Man to become the Cosmic Cube. So yeah, very, very interesting stuff. These next few Marvel movies that are coming out in the next couple of years, they sound really, really interesting, and I'm actually really happy about it. Now, myself, I have not seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet. Planning to go sometime this week. But, I heard after Deadpool and Wolverine, the Marvel Universe is going to get back to how it was, like, when I was little. Like, Avengers, Ultron, Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, all of that. I love those movies. Those are some of my favorite Marvel movies. Now, I kind of fell out after, Spider-Man No Way Home because I wasn't too interested on what was going on And I heard they poke fun at that in Deadpool and Wolverine, where Deadpool says to Wolverine, "Welcome to the Marvel Universe. You kind of came in at a low point," because obviously Marvel knows that they weren't doing good either. So yeah, I'm honestly really, really excited about this. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. What are you guys excited about? What movie are you most interested to see? And as always, you guys, stay groovy, stay safe, and keep your people safe. Remember, God is good all the time. It has been Justin, and I'm out. Peace.